I just went for my interview, the N400 citizenship, and I got denied. The reason I was denied is the officer asked me when did I came to America, and I told him I came back in 2006 on a B1, B2 visa to
Right.
visit my father. And during the time, my father let me stay with him, and he said, "Don't worry about it, son. I'm gonna apply the I-130." But he asked a lawyer, and the lawyer told him, "Hey, just wait till you get a citizenship and apply for your son the I-130." And it took him 3 years to get the citizenship, and I was like 21 and 4 months. Then I waited without the status. 7 years later, they called me for the interview with my father. I went to the interview. They approved the 485. They give me the work permit, and then I get the green card.
What's the problem?
The officer at the interview, when I did my citizenship, he said, "I don't believe you're supposed to be here." I said,
Why?
"What's the problem?" He said, "Well, I mean, you passed the test, but I will inform you in 2 weeks your notice." And I received the notice. They say I'm
You
not
just think
eligible.
we're not eligible to adjust your status?
Correct. Yeah. So what can I
Because
do right now? I mean,
were you not eligible because you were over
was
21 when
21.
your father filed the I-130? You were not 245I.
They approved the 485 and they
All right.
approve
So,
everything.
all right. So
And
step one is for me to review your records and make a determination whether or not you were eligible to adjust your status. And if you were not eligible, if you were eligible under other avenues to adjust your status. And then step two, if you were not, is you're going to need to file a waiver to fix the problem. It's usually done with an immigration judge.
is it too late to file the waiver? I got the green card for 6 years now.
It's never too late. Also, in certain jurisdictions, not Georgia, but in other jurisdictions, if you adjusted your status incorrect and they did it incorrectly and it's more than 5 years, they can't do anything about it anyway. And you are eligible to become a citizen. So again, let's figure it out. So for example, if you lived in New Jersey, you would be a citizen.
I was living in Louisiana, and everything happened in Louisiana. And after I got my green card, I moved to Georgia.
This is what we need to do. Number one, let me look at the records and see if immigration's right. If they're right, let's see if you were eligible to adjust your status under a different law. If you were, then no harm, no foul. 3, if you were not eligible, immigration's right, you weren't eligible under any other law to adjust your status, can you do a waiver now? And 4, if you can't do a waiver or you don't want to do a waiver for whatever reason, can you move to a state that 5-year statute of limitations applies? And if it's more than 5 years, they can't do anything about it anyway and have to make you a citizen. So hold on one second. All right. So there's options.